Get back to your 2023 in review. You had an off-season to-do list for the Browns. We'll run through them. Staffing issues, free agents to bring back, getting help for Deshaun Watson, backup quarterback, and get ready. So take us through that and kind of what you were thinking with that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some of the staff has been settled, but the Browns still need an offensive line coach, right? They still need to figure out how Ken Dorsey's going to fit, whether it's a play caller, just in general. We talked about it a million times. Just how everybody's going to mesh. They have so many free agents. I don't know, it's 24 guys eligible for free agency. Not, a lot of those guys, it doesn't matter if they leave, but some it does, right? Do you re-sign the punter, Corey Horquez, or do you let him go and go cheaper there? I think they need to bring back one or two of the defensive tackles because Jordan Elliott, Maurice Hurst II, and Shelby Harris are all free agents. And linebacker, Anthony Walker Jr. and Sione Takitaki are free agents. I think they'd be best served by bringing one of those guys back. So there's certain free agents that I think they'd be better off bringing back. We talked about it a million times. Not only do you have to get Deshaun Watson the right system, right, and the right play calls, you have to get as much talent around him as possible, right? If the primary goal, and it's not just about Deshaun Watson, it's how does this team go where it wants to go? And I think the way that you do that is by Watson playing it as high level as possible, right? That gives you the best chance to go to the Super Bowl. Gives you the best chance to beat Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. So it's not only the system, it's getting him better talent at receiver, better talent behind Njoku at tight end, maybe adding a running back, making sure your tackle situation is stable. I think all those things are really of the utmost importance. You need to get everybody healthy, starting with Deshaun Watson. So I think that's where you start with this offseason to-do list.
And the other thing, as you go through the offensive upgrades that you're looking for, they did that on the defensive side of the ball, particularly on the line and with the safeties a year ago. So if you can infuse that kind of talent on the offensive side through the draft and free agency, you might have something.
Yeah, and they tried at receiver last year, right? They traded for Elijah Moore. They went and signed Marcus Goodwin. They drafted Cedric Tillman. So it's not like they ignored it. They signed Jordan Akins. But I just think some of those guys didn't have the impact that they expected. And part of that is Deshaun Watson got hurt early, right? So that affects everyone across that offense. But I do feel like they need an infusion of talent. You're right, you lose Nick Chubb. I mean, that was such a huge loss. Week 2, they survived without him. But I think they want to add to that room. So, it's just figuring it out year in, year out. But you're right. You look at that defense, and you can tell the impact one offseason can have.